Hello and welcome to Destiny Digits. This is the expression number 9 reading. If you're watching this, you know that your expression number is 9, and that number tells you about the potential. So in this life, you have the potential to be a 9. 9s are very selfless. They are humanitarians. They're givers, right? These are people that are creative and expressive and idealistic. Sometimes I think about them as being like philanthropists, very sophisticated. Um, but nonetheless, 9s are lovers. They are here to serve, here to share themselves with the world. So let's see what's going on based on expression number 9. Okay. First card, take responsibility for your life as a creative adventure. Okay. How can you live with more meaning, integrity, and truth? You are the joy seeker. What little victories can you celebrate? You are the truth seeker. Awakening, actualizing, transcending. How can you invite more grace to guide you? And then we did have a fourth one. The how is in the now. What has your intuition been trying to tell you? Bottom of the deck, you can radically change your results by shifting your beliefs. What belief is limiting you? So the overall oracle is about a belief, a mindset, and understanding something that is not showing you the full potential of you or of a situation. And so Spirit is asking you to, one, prioritize your own joy. No matter what is happening in life, there are moments, small ones, sometimes, but there are moments where we can reset and find joy, even if it doesn't appear to be just a total mood. We can find small moments. So Spirit is saying, if you've lost touch with your joy, try to reconnect with yourself and find things that you can be celebratory about and satisfied with. Spirit is saying that if you are unhappy with this version or this current energy or space that your life is in, take responsibility, right? So realize that you have the potential and the power to give yourself what you want. So realize that when Spirit says responsibility, it's just power. You have that power. And so you can make this life whatever you desire it to be. And if it is a creative adventure, then that's what it'll be. And so how do we make something true? How do we make something us? Well, we tell ourselves the truth. What do we want? What do we want to see? When no one is looking, who am I? Right? That's integrity. And do I live? Do I create? Do I believe? Does everything align? Right? I want my life to mean something. How can I make sure that it means me? It reflects me. We have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. And so sometimes we're afraid to live our life boldly because we don't know enough about the outcome. We don't know enough about the details. We don't know about the risk potential, And so Spirit is saying that you may be stopping yourself from taking control of your own life and making it uniquely your life because you are doubting in your ability, your potential. You're doubting in what could be. And you're doubting because you don't know, you can't see, you don't have information. If you knew everything, you wouldn't doubt because you would have the information. But it's because you're lacking information that is changing the way you're behaving. And so Spirit is saying, be mindful of the need to know. Don't worry about knowing, just worry about going. Okay? And going and growing. Right. So next to you are the joy seeker. We talked about celebrating small moments. We have pride. It says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So if you're not sure about how to bring joy into your life, Spirit just told you, take pride in yourself. Simply, remind yourself that you love yourself. And when you are meeting people, whether it's somebody that's holding a door for you at a grocery store, or a teller at a banker, or a longer relationship, a coworker, nonetheless, whether we meet people for 1 minute or, 10 years, realize that everyone that you come across is showing you something sweet about yourself if you choose to see it, right? And so find joy in celebrating you and in others around you. Next to you are the truth seeker. We have judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And so I feel like sometimes when definitely as a 9, somebody that's selfless and very giving, you look to serve and to support and assist others. And so when we come across people who don't value that, it's really uncomfortable, right, to be in that type of energy, because you literally live for the opposite. And so I think Spirit is saying here, as you pursue your truth, it really isn't about you finding the falsities in everybody else's story. That's not what it's about. So pursue your truth. Go after you. Chase you. Find you. But don't do it by judging everybody else. So sometimes if we see something wrong somewhere else, it makes us feel better about the version of right that we are. Right? It gives us confirmation. It gives us power. It gives us security. It's affirming our behaviors, our thoughts, our minds, all that good stuff. But Spirit is saying that when you are making judgment, realize that everyone has their story. So they are where they are supposed to be, doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. They know what they're supposed to know, what they are supposed to know, and they don't know what they are not supposed to know. So even if you have developed an awareness, a truth, an understanding, if you've ascended to a level of enlightenment, that is not to be measured up with others. That is to be celebrated personally, but it is not to be used as a stick to measure where somebody else is or isn't. Okay? So listen to your intuition. Currently, your intuition is trying to tell you something. Whatever it is requiring you to do something now. At the bottom of the deck, we have worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Okay, so you want to create change in your life, but you are worried, right? You're worried about whether or not your efforts, your energy is going to pan out into what it is you truly desire, right? But Spirit is saying, drop the doubt. You will never know everything. And if you did, you'd do nothing, right? None of us would, because we'd be too terrified, because we'd see the outcome. We'd be like, oh, I already know when I'm leaving, this thing for real, so I might as well just chill. But no, it's the mystery that allows us in life to be majestic. So release the doubt. Take pride in you. Take pride in your connection and experiences with others. Find the joy in the smallest, tiniest moments in your days. Find the joy. Find something to smile about. And when things are off, and when things don't represent your core and your morals and your values, try your best not to judge them. Just realize that they exist as an indicator to where you are. So when you find an issue with it, it is because it doesn't align with your truth. And guess what? It served its purpose. It kept you aligned with you by being so far off for what you stand for. Bottom of the deck is 3 of Swords. Okay, so I can't help but notice we have 3 of Swords, which is typically about a loss in love. A love that has ended, maybe it was betrayal, maybe it was cheating, maybe it lies, but nonetheless, this is about a love that was lost, that has left us feeling wounded emotionally. And then we also have the Lovers, which is about a choice. So someone making a choice, right? So we're presented with something that we love, and we can choose. Do we want to do this? Do we want to do that? Which way are we going to go? Are we choosing to hold hands? Or are we just going to choose to exist separately? Nonetheless, this is about a choice, and you want to see a change in your life, but you are worried. One, because maybe you are coming out of a space of heartbreak. Maybe you are coming out of an energy of being wounded. Maybe you have experienced some pretty dark things. And so it's not really allowing you to see the power that you have in making a choice, right? You're so terrified of the outcome that you don't realize that the beauty is in your ability to stand in your own truth and to choose what you want for you. So you need to make a change. You will make this change, but you need to shift your beliefs. And so in the event our beliefs were created around pain, we're going to have to fix that because it limits us. You know, pain is a full body experience. It's not like you lose your appetite. No, it's like you lose your appetite. You can't work. You have a headache, like your entire body. And so if that's the space you were in when you started to create these beliefs about yourself, and it's time to do something new and to level up, it's going to be hard because that is holding you to a very lower version of self. All right. So in the center, we have lovers, right? We already talked about this is a possibility of making a choice, right? And whatever you choose, it should be something that reflects a victory, a joy, something that celebrates you. Um, and so we have the death card here before the choice. And so there was an ending that seemed to probably take your joy away in some way. I feel like something in life ended. Now you determine what that was, but something in life has ended. And this ending allows something to transform. That's typically what death is about. It's about a rebirth, right? Something loses life, but something gains life elsewhere. And so spirit says it's in the death of something that an opportunity will be brought to you in another way, right? Something had to end in order for you to be offered something elsewhere. But you have to be firm in your convictions, and you have to be firm in what you're believing in when it's time for you to show up and make these changes in your life. So we have Two of Pentacles, which is about, being up and down, right? Um, Always in motion, never able to stop and settle, kind of just not having no stability, because you're always trying to maintain. And so when we're talking about loving myself and seeing myself in anyone and having pride, you know, maybe you have pride in your ability to juggle situations or to make it through the ups and the downs. But nonetheless, I feel like Spirit is saying you really have to balance, secure, and stabilize and cooperate with you, with your energy before we offer ourselves or embrace another connection. You know, the way we love ourselves matters because no one else can love you any more than you love you. You wouldn't, even if you, okay, let's say, love is 1 through 10 and you loved yourself at 4 and somebody else comes in and loves you at 8. You're never going to be able to understand that they love you at an 8 because 4 is all that you can ever fathom. And so this doubt is because you don't have the answers that would help you to understand how they could love you an 8 and all you ever really knew was a 4. So I feel like this message is for you. The center message is about when we're making a choice, when we're going through endings, when we're having new beginnings, when we have the ability to step in our power and create the life that we want, we have to do it from a place that is balanced and stable. And the only way to be balanced and stable in life is to stand on a truth that will never change. Our truth can't be based on our money, our career, or our health, or our relationships, because those things change. But it has to be something that is consistent through and through, and it is something we believe no matter what. Right? So these are the things that you are establishing. I feel like you are establishing your non-negotiables in life. You are creating your Bible about who you are, about who, and just your story, right? And you're learning you you're learning you from a very pure space. Beneath this Lover's card, we have 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups, it can talk about family, but it can also talk about unconditional love. You know, a lot of times what makes us us is what we endured as a child, what we went through, what our family passed down to us, right? That teaches us what love is. That teaches us what to prioritize, what to value, what not to value. um, and so when I see this 10 of Cups, I feel like this is just talking about influence. um, and it could talk about desires. Maybe this is what you want for yourself. But nonetheless, I feel like the way that you operate in love is a result of things done or passed down to us or experienced through family, right? Above, beneath the Death card, beneath the ending, we have the Fool. So the Fool is about a leap of faith, a new beginning. And so I feel like you may have taken a leap of faith in a situation that you felt you were being, led to. I feel like maybe you took a leap of faith in a situation where you could have built a family with somebody, where you felt that it was truly something satisfying to you. It gave you unconditional love, but maybe it didn't bring into you what you had hoped for. So this Three of Wands is like, waiting for your ships to come in. Two wands are planted, and those two ships are ahead of her. So she's already worked on those, but she's still got her hand on one wand, and she's waiting for whatever materialized to come into sight. Right? And so maybe you took a leap of faith into a situation that you thought was unconditional love, but then you later realized maybe it was a situation where you experienced a lot of judgment. Maybe there's a situation that was untrue, right? And so sometimes we learn our truth by being in situations where truth is not found. But nonetheless, is this what you were leaving? Is this what you had to change? Did you have to leave this situation? Did you have to end this situation? Did you decide, you know what, that leap of faith I took, I'm going to take that back and this is going to be over. I'm going to choose differently, because what I was planning on seeing really ended up being me not knowing myself, not trusting myself, being unstable, going back and forth between one situation to the next, and maybe what I thought was unconditional love was really conditional. Maybe this was a love that was dependent on other things to be true first, right? So maybe this is what led to the heartbreak. And so this is what worries you about establishing and choosing for yourself in the future, because maybe you feel like I haven't done the best when I'm choosing for me. And so am I even really able to show up for myself and create what it is I want? Above the Lovers card, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and this is the energy of, just being abundant, but it's an abundance that you have created based on your talent, your skill, your passion, your gifts. This is about knowing your worth and your value so well that you can turn it into something tangible with ease, right? It's almost like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. It almost seems like magic because you are so good at wealth, at 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 bearing fruit, right? Um, and so this is where we're talking about taking responsibility for our life. So this Queen of Wands, these could be seen as two different people, but I feel like these are two energies that you possess right now. You have these right now that you can tap into, and you can take from this. We have Four of Cups here. And so, these three cups represent failed situations, things that we've emotionally invested ourselves into, but now we're over it because they're panning out to be nothing. They're duds. They were superficial. Nothing came of it, right? But now Spirit is offering us this fourth cup. Now, do we even see it? Are we so stuck on the three in front of us? Are we so overwhelmed with disappointment that we can't even see the new possibility that Spirit is giving us? Only you know. But if you were to take that cup, you would have to accept that you don't know all the answers. You don't know what comes with that cup. And you have to be comfortable not knowing, because that's the only way to remove the doubt, is when you realize you don't need the answers. I'm going to take this new opportunity, and I don't need to know. I don't need to know. And once you don't need to know, then you can stop worrying about the change, about the results, about what's coming. So nonetheless, I feel like when Spirit is saying you need to stand in your integrity and your truth, and apply meaning to life, it is through the energies of the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. It is your ability to create, to establish a resource based on gifts that you have. It's also in your ability to attract, to use your energy, to use your passion, to get things done, to make moves, to drive things forward, right? And it may be mysterious. This black cat, it's not really about good or bad luck. It's just about mystery. So sometimes black cats are mysterious, but I feel like it's the energy of Queen of Wands. Like, how does he or she do that? Like, how do they do that? Like, people don't even, it's that force, it's that wand. It's a power that you have, but it's invisible. So people can't see it, but they can see the outcome of you. They can see the impact of you, but they can't see all those small moments that you do to make up whatever it is you're doing. And so I feel like you have the energy to achieve, to accomplish, and to create a lot in a little bit of time, in ways that shock people. And in the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like not only can you use momentum and force to create and establish whatever it is you want to desire in your life, but you can also have something that people can marvel. They can see, and they can celebrate, right? You will have something to show for what you've done. And so taking this new opportunity means a lot. But you would have to be able to step outside of the Three of Swords that you've experienced, the heartbreak, the loss, the grief, the sadness, from a choice that you made previously. And this could be about love, but it could also just be about something that was close to your heart, something that you were close to, someone. But now this is a time to recreate and to birth something totally new. This is about what comes next. And so this is where we don't worry about the outcome. We just trust ourselves, right? We just trust ourselves. And you have the energy of the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles in order to, my goodness, a blind fell, terrified me. You have the energy of the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles to propel yourself to what comes next. All right, nines. Hopefully something in there was helpful. Thank you so much for stopping by. Take care.